Yesterday, I was out here in the park, specifically moving through the park, looking for fungi, lichen, and mosses. And I come across this rock face here. It's on the north side of Kauai, and there's often, it's a mainstay here, finding lichen here, but I noticed that there was some blue stuff on the rock surface. So I photographed it, took some macro shots of it and everything. I tend to, when I'm photographing things, try not to disturb it, whether it's lichen or whatever, as best I can. So my investigation took me to, well, what is the blue stuff? Is it organic, or is it something like a paint material? My first thought is that it was paint, but then as I got closer with my camera, it looked like it might be part of the lichen surface on the rocks. Then again, when I was processing it, examining it in Lightroom and Photoshop, it really started making me think that it was paint. So I'm back out here today to investigate. I'm actually going to obtain a sample of a specimen of it and get a little closer look. I don't have a microscope. I don't have a magnifying glass. All I have is the ability to come in close with magnifying lenses and macro lenses with my camera equipment. So we'll see what it's like. We'll see if it flakes off like paint or if it really is organic. So there's a mystery here unfolding. So this is the blue stuff. It drips down here like it could be liquidy at some point that may have dried here. I'm out here a lot. Not quite sure why I've never noticed it if it is paint. I'm just going to attempt to flick some off onto a card and deposit it into a plastic bag here that I brought with me. Then I'll take it home and do something with it. Okay, so got some nice samples here. Try to preserve what I definitely know is lichen. Yeah, got different colors of it. And I'm just not, this looks like it blends with some of the other material up here. And some spots, like right here, there's some tan and some blue and some green, so it's hard to tell if lichen is growing on the blue material, so if it were paint that might grow on it, or that the blue stuff is actually lichen also, or some sort of a organic material. So here's the plastic baggie that I brought for it. I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. This reminds me of my evidence collecting days back when I used to do a different line of work before I retired. It's a nice sample there. It's got a little blue chip paint there. I used to collect samples like this off of cars that might have been involved in hit and run collisions, evidence at crime scenes, etc. Doesn't take a lot to get a usable sample. Might take a little bit more than that, but we're going to go with what we got today. Like I said, I don't have a microscope, so I'll be working with whatever I have. I might investigate further. Who knows? The mystery is unfolding.
Inside the studio. Been out on the trail, revisiting the boulder that had the blue material coming down it, and just recently collected some samples from it. I have them here. I've brought them inside here. I'm going to put them out on the bench and see what we have. So what I'm going to be doing is just pouring them out onto the bench, and I didn't collect large ones. They're all pretty tiny, but they should be sufficient to be able to somehow maybe determine, is it organic or something else. And there's one piece, and There's another. Trying to get a closer up view of them. Kind of see some of the blueness around them. I'm adjusting focus a little bit. Let's see if we can flip them over. This is the back side. Not sure if viewers are going to be able to discern organic or not from the looks of this. It would be useful to have a microscope, for instance. Let's place it in a tweezers and see if we can get a long edge view of it. So what do y'all think? Comments down below, and maybe I'll pursue this a little bit further in some other environment. Maybe I'll put some effort in and see if I can find somebody a connection that has a microscope that we can actually get a little closer look. So anyway, I invite you to enjoy some of the images that were taken the rest of that morning, fungi and mushrooms, etc., and maybe the occasional plant. Be well.